Hi everyone. Oh, I'm tired. Hi everyone. Welcome to this week's catch-up video. If you want to see what I've been up to, then keep on watching. Please excuse the state of me. I am absolutely shattered. Shattered is an understatement. I am exhausted. I started back at work on Monday. So I worked an early Monday, early Thursday, long day yesterday, which was Friday. So although I was on an early Monday and Thursday, they were management days, so I wasn't or phased return to work because I've been off for 3.5 months. So they were more, I wasn't counted in the numbers, and I could have gone in later, but you can't park. So I just thought, oh, I'll just go in for an early shift. And then a long day yesterday. Oh my God. By the time, sorry, the light's terrible because it's like really showery today. By the time I'd finished work yesterday, I couldn't even speak. I like literally couldn't speak. I dropped my friend home after work because he walks and he's got like quite a long walk, and I said, oh, I'll take you home. I couldn't even hold a conversation. I was making no sense because I was that exhausted and I didn't know how I made it home. I literally don't know how I made it home. But it is so lovely being back at work, seeing all my workmates, seeing all my patients. Yeah, it was just, it's really nice to be back in the company of people that I love working with, really. It was tiring, not gonna lie, it was exhausting. And it's gonna take me a while to get back into it. And remember all the little things that you need to remember, which is like 1,001 things on my ward. But yeah, it was really lovely. I had really bad anxiety about going in on Monday, but it was fine. I think I just needed to go back and get that bit over and done with, just the going back, because the thought of it was just like absolutely terrifying me. But it was fine. It was like I'd never been away. It was really lovely. I have just finished filming a tutorial for a washcloth, which will be up on Tuesday. Just another simple little quick make. I've also done a bit more of my blanket. I've only got a few more rounds of the cream to go, and then I can put the border on it. I'll insert some pictures here. It's at the top. I didn't want to drag it down because it's raining and it's big and I'm just like too tired to drag it down. I put some pictures on Instagram, but I'll insert the pictures I put on Instagram here somewhere, here normally. I went to see my little grandbaby this morning, and she's absolutely beautiful. She's nearly 3 weeks old now, so she's a bit more awake, and that pethidine has clearly come out of her system. She's just so cute. You just forget how cute and how little and how, yeah, lush they are when they're that little. So I'm back at work on Monday on a long day. That's why I had to get this recorded, and I'm going to edit it and schedule it for Tuesday because there's no way that I'm going to be doing it. I am off Tuesday, but I just wanted to get it done, and I'm going to put the written pattern on my blog as well. I'll leave all the links for like my social media and stuff down below. I am thinking of doing another blanket when I have finished this one. I'll insert some pictures of the blanket. It's a Bella Coco blanket, and my theory on this was, because it's made up of loads of squares, I can take it to work, because my blanket now, obviously it's massive and I cannot haul that to work to do on my break or like any downtime. What's a break? But sometimes it's a bit more, I'm not going to use a Q word. If you work in healthcare, you know what that Q word is. And you never say it. But if I'm on a long day or on an early, it's a bit more until they start to get out of bed, because I work in mental health. We don't go and wake people up for like meds or anything. They self-present at the meds hatch. We don't wake people up. That's institutionalisation. So I start at 7, and it's normally a bit until about 9, half 9 when things start to wake up and ramp up. So I might that's my theory, that I was going to do the blanket, this Bella Coco blanket, in my downtime and on my break and stuff, and because it's squares I can just take one square to work to do on my break rather than a whole blanket. It's more portable is what I'm trying to say. It looks like a beautiful blanket. It does use paint box cotton and they're 50-gram skeins, balls, whatever you want to call them, but I was gonna try and use Stylecraft DK, I think, because the paint box yarns are really, like, they're 50 grams. They are on offer in Love Crafts at the moment. I had a look last night and they were £1.75. But it still works out really expensive, and I really can't justify spending £50 on yarn, because if you're in the UK, or in fact the whole of the world, things are like really, really tight at the moment. And it would cost about £50 to make this blanket, and I was having a look and I was like, oh, Stylecraft DK comes in 100-gram balls and could pick similar colours and do it in that, or I do it as a scrap blanket and use up what I have. Now I was thinking of that, but I wanted to make this blanket specifically for something that I'm not going to tell you about just yet, but it is very, very exciting. But I will reveal it all when it is ready. So that's really cryptic, but it's really, really exciting. And I'm so excited about it. But this blanket will fit perfectly in where its new home is going to be. So I might go down the Stylecraft route, because it is a lot cheaper and it will work out about £30. I'm gonna have to wait till payday. I'm literally so skint. I have £11 in my bank until payday. That's how bad things are. Luckily I was paid because I work for the NHS, so I was paid through my sickness, but I didn't get any unsociable hours. So when we work night shifts or late shifts, weekends, we get an unsociable hours allowance. It isn't a lot, it's not a lot at all, but it just kind of tops your money up a little bit. And then when you're on sick, you only get your kind of your basic pay. And by the time my taxes come out, my national insurance, my NHS pension, my student finance, I am left with hardly anything. I'm going to go on a rant now, because I'm with the Royal College of Nursing. My union is the RCN, and we are going to be striking. They're balloting staff at the moment, because people think that we take home a lot of money. My average take-home pay for 37.5 hours a week as a band 5 is 1,450 a month, which is rubbish. People in in America, in the US, their nurses get paid a lot more money, but we work NHS, so yeah, I'm on about £13 an hour. I am not rich. And by the time all the bills come out, we're all skint. So we're being balloted to strike. I am signing up for agency. I'm not giving up my NHS job, but I need to top my wage up, because it's not enough. It's literally not enough, especially with the food prices. I'm sorry, I'm on one now. I went in Asda to get some food shopping, and I was just like shook. The prices are just ridiculous. So a bag of, like the big Walker's Sensations crisps, which are chips if you're in the US, £2. £2. They used to be on offer like for £1, and their regular price was £1.50. It's shocking. People are just like too poor to eat properly. That's half the reason why I went back to work, because I don't have to put the heating on and I can eat food off the trolley, because we get fed at work, so that saves a bit of money, and it doesn't cost me money to put the kettle on to have a cup of tea. So that's basically why I'm skint. And I wanted to keep the cost down of this blanket, is basically what I'm trying to say. So if anybody's got any budget yarn recommendations other than Stylecraft, I did notice that Paintbox do a DK, but I think their DK is Aran. But the sensible part of me is saying just use up what you have, just use the scraps up what you have, but it's not going to match. And that's the problem. Perhaps I'll do two. Perhaps I'll do one scrap one and one for where it's going to its new home. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think if you listened through all of that ramble. Book-wise, I am currently reading the xxxx. I only started it last night. I don't have it with me. It's upstairs in my house. I will put a picture here. I'm going to read that, and then hopefully I'm going to read Frankenstein. But I'm also reading One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, so I don't know whether to just carry on with One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and to wait for this xxxx, because I've only read a couple of pages of it because I was so tired last night. Anyway, that is it. That is my ramble of what I've been up to. I am back to work Monday. The tutorial for this is going to come out on Tuesday. I normally put my tutorials, schedule them for 2:30 GMT in the afternoon, not in the morning. 14:30, that is to you. GMT, which is Greenwich Mean Time, which is UK time. So if you want to make a little washcloth, perfect present for Christmas, or just to use up your scrap yarn, you will need cotton for it. Top tip, you will need some cotton yarn for it, and then that will be up on Tuesday. I am done rambling now because I'm so tired and I clearly can't speak. That is it. See you on Tuesday for my tutorial. Have a lovely week. Happy crocheting. Bye.